Hello everybody, I'm Dr. Lavanya. I'm a consultant at Cloud9 Hospitals. More than that, I'm a Rotarian. I represent Rotary Bengaluru Platinum City. I'm doing this talk in order to initiate for our environment and our bodies. I'm a gynecologist, basically. I also practice fertility and robotic surgery. Have you ever thought what happens to a woman after she starts menstruating? What is it that she conveniently uses? Is it the sanitary pads? And have you ever thought what are the problems that happens because of the sanitary pad use? Did you know a girl starts her first period anywhere between 10 to 14 years of age? Some people a little early, some people a little more later. And she stops menstruating at the age of 45 to 50 years. That's good 35 number of years. And in a month, she will have periods for 3 to 5 days time. And in a day, she will be changing anywhere between 3 to 5 pads as per the need arises. What does she do, or what do you use? You can start thinking about it. You're using a sanitary pad, or majority of our population will be using a sanitary pad. Have you ever thought how much you're spending on these sanitary pads? What happens to these sanitary pads once you dispose? Or what are the complications and the problems that you would be facing when you're using the sanitary pads? I'm sure all of you are using a sanitary pad because it's easier to use. It's got some wings where you are not going to have any leaking, or you're using it because it's convenient for you and you don't have to be changing it throughout the day. But then did you ever think if you have to keep it holding for the full day, what is it leading into? I'm sure most of you will agree with me if I say you end up having rashes, white discharge and itching sensation post your period or even during your periods. That's for the simple reason there's a lot of plastic which goes into the making of these sanitary pads. There are a lot of chemicals which goes into the sanitary pad making, something like acetone which you use for your nail polish removers, chloromethane, chloroethane, all these things are used in industries, and these are the ones which is going on to your making of the sanitary pad. And also a lot of wood where a lot of pesticides are used, a lot of chemicals are used, and they need to put in some absorbable material because they don't want your bleeding to be coming onto your dress or the panties which you're using, and this is one of the reasons why you're using it. But do you know how much chemicals go into it? Start thinking about it, because you are causing a lot of more problems to your own health, because imagine the itching, the white discharge, the infection that happens because of these chemical exposures that you do. Then you must be thinking, if the doctor is already telling us that these are all harmful for our body, what is the alternative that we can be using? Is there an alternative? Yes, definitely there's an alternative. Have you ever thought about our olden days of cloths? Then you'll be like telling me, doctor, where are you? We're in the 21st century. You're talking about cloth using, and how do I go to work? Because initially my grandmother or my great grandparents were not going to work. They were at home. Yes, we do have a lot of changes which has come up because people are slowly realizing there is a lot of changes which can be done in the use of these cloth pads. So there are a lot of cloth pads, and Rotary has taken an initiative where we want to do sustainable menstrual hygiene campaign. Menstrual health hygiene campaigns have been started. That is because we want you to use the cloth pads, and also another sustainable motto for us is the promoting the menstrual cup. Why am I talking about it? Think about the cloth pads which is reusable. So you are not going to be exposed to any of the chemicals that you're already getting exposed, and then these can also be washed with just the normal and the soap water which you use for your body, and sun dry it. What else better medicinal value are you going to get from the sun exposure? The rays, it's going to kill most of the bacteria that are going to be there. And did you also think about the costing that is going to come down? See, each one of you is spending anywhere between 8 and 10 rupees for a single pad. So in a month, you're spending anywhere between 100 to 200 rupees in a day. A cloth pad comes to you in 200 rupees, and these can be reused again and again. So you're spending for a sanitary pad over 10 years, you're spending 45,000 rupees. And if you buy a cloth pad, even if you buy a set of 2 or 3, what happens? You are spending only around 200 to 500 rupees over 10 years because it can be used again and again. Like I said, there is no rashes, there is no vaginal infections, there is no itching, there is no white discharge. So you're protecting your health. So you're also saving a lot of money. And imagine these sanitary pads that you use, how are you disposing it? You're putting it in a paper, or some people even flush it and your toilet gets clogged. If you're in a hostel, we get a lot of complaints from the teachers, the wardens, saying all the bathrooms are getting clogged. And you are causing more of environmental problems. And then when you dispose it in the open field, or your rack pickers are picking it up, have you ever thought what are the health hazards that we are causing for these rack pickers? And if it rains, like in Bangalore, you're seeing how there is a lot of clogging happening. So sanitary pads are one of the reasons where it swells up and blocks all the tubes or the channels which is there. Along with that, that blood is getting mixed, going to your fields, going to a lot of horticultural or agricultural properties, or we have the cows grazing these things, and we are in turn causing more problem here. All these things can be prevented by a single initiative taken by you by using cloth plant. Now, if you say, what else can I use? Another sustainable goal for us or a solution for us is the menstrual cup. Again, these silicone cups or the menstrual cups comes in a medicated silicone material, which can be used as a sustainable menstrual solution, because once you buy, all you have to do is simple washing and re-put it after you have used it, and that's all. You are done with that, and you will be spending anywhere between 700 to 1000 rupees per cup. And this, if maintained well, actually in fact there's no maintenance for the cup at all. So if you use it regularly and very well, you are spending 2000 rupees for over 10 years. That means each menstrual cup can last for anywhere for 5 years. So imagine how much are you going to save. So because of me, at least, and on behalf of the Rotary, start taking this initiative where you switch on from sanitary pads to cloth pads and menstrual cups. So you are going to be cash free, rash free and thrash free as well. So this is an initiative from the Rotary where we say green the red. Thank you so much.